yard line. They go play action here on first down. Eluding the pressure right. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the tuck rule that they can fall back on anymore.
Back to the air on second down. Shields is going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. It's a gain of 7, and just like that, it's third down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
Yeah, that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. They'll run it now out of the gun. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. So the D-line's going to spread out. To throw on 2nd down. Shields. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but here's 3rd down.
Hurry up, here we go. Green 39. Green 39. Detroit.
Off play action. Shields. And the giant rush gets home as down he goes. Now it appears we're going to get whistles and a stop. A man down on the return. We'll check on his status when we get back. The Seahawks send out their punter. As the first drive of the game stalls out, he's on to punt. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback.
He
spins free, and now running right through him. And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. A big play there. An 80-yard touchdown. And the Giants are going to take a first-quarter lead. It's up, it's good, and the Giants have a 7-0 lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And a good effort on the return there. Gets them across the 30 to the 33-yard line. An update from that game going on in the Meadowlands. It's the Colts in that one that have grabbed the early lead. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. And now here's a carry heading left. And he'll get this up to about the 40. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
That run right there was an offensive line coach's dream, wasn't it? Guys picked up all of their assignments, created a nice gap for the running back to get through.
And Owen coughed it up. And who's got it? The Giants. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. He didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, let's just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
Oh, he's got some breathing room. There he goes left side. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Blake Bell, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Giants add on to their lead. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
This will be fielded at the 8. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. And Seattle now ready to march out of the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it.
And he can't get away from the pressure the Giants get there. Casey Walker coming up the middle, gets him there for a loss of about 9. Now a handoff as they run left side. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. Looking to throw. Shields. He's going to air one at. Trying to force it to Hopkins, and it's intercepted. Buda Baker with a pick, and he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line.
Well, Brandon, there's no question who they're going to look to on third and long, but you can bet this defense knows that as well, so they've got him blanketed downfield. And this ball winds up being intercepted.
Back to the Philly. Here we go. All right, here we go.
Now a play fake here on first down. He's going to fire. This is caught inside the 15. And he is down deep into Seattle territory. An excellent pickup of 34 yards. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and it's the Giants with a football here as we begin quarter number 2. Now the offense lining up first and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
When the 4-3 defense is functioning really well, you know who stays what we call clean and no one gets to him? The guy playing the middle linebacker position, the guy we call Mike. That means the defensive front is eating up all the blocks and just let him go to the football and make a play.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he maneuvers his way down to the 3-yard line. It's a gain of 6, moves him to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation.
Some good strong running right there, some power and some explosiveness just about got him into the end zone.
On 3rd and 2, Webb. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll bring up 4th down. Kyle Brinza now on for the field goal. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And Brinza's kick is good. And the lead will grow. It's now 17-0. So they recover the fumble but could not take advantage of the short field. They do get 3.
And no one ever turns down 3 points going up on the board, but the offense will go to the sidelines wondering what if, while the defense on the other side, they'll celebrate holding them to just a field goal after giving up such bad field position.
The Seattle now ready to march onto the field. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass, and if finally we kept having a rough patch, he said, but you got to do something
Heads up.
to make it pass, and that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. So they're still at the original line of scrimmage here. 2nd down and 10. Throwing again. Shields. And the giant rush gets home as down he goes. Frank Clark in there to sack him for a loss of 6.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. Jadeveon Clowney in there to pick up his second sack now of the afternoon. The Seahawks send out their punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And now a fair catch called for and taken just outside the 40-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt, and it'll be Giant football 1st and 10. Now a first down throw. Webb. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 44. And he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
On first down, Shields throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. It's an 8-yard pickup, and that'll bring up second down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
They'll run it now out of the gun. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down. Two minutes to play here in the first half. Back to CenturyLink Field after this.
Here we go now. Leopard. No. Check. Patriots.
Looking to throw on second down. Shields. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down. On third down, Shields. Out to the left here to Reed. And he will have the first down across the 20 to the 19-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
Detroit! Watch him now, Barney!
Throwing on first down, Shields. And it's incomplete. It's a dangerous pass. That's what it was. And it brings up second down.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
Back to throw now on second and 10. A big seam, and he might go all the way. 30, 20, 10, and he will score. Touchdown, Giants.
Partner, what we just saw, that's a great example of a team that was really amped up. They've been playing so well, yet they didn't get overexcited and have a bust on defense and gave up a big play. Instead, they created their own big play with a pick six. This one may be over.
Yeah, it's just the first half, but that lead has swelled to the point where you're wondering if it is over already. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Seahawks offense now, they get ready to come back onto the field. And following the pick six, and they had decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told us they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
And now here's a carry heading left. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
With the struggles we're seeing up front for the offense today, they've got to think about changing up their play calling. Some screens, some draws, some quick-hitting plays in order to try and supplement the run game. You don't totally abandon it, but you try and give it a little bit of help.
So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we send you cross-country to our EA Sports Studios in Orlando with our halftime report, here's Larry Ridley. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. Around the NFL, we've got a second quarter score. The Jets out to the early lead. That one tight to this point, and you'd have to imagine it'll stay tight throughout. And now out come the Giants. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. They'll give him a yard on the play, and it'll make it 2nd down. Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Set.
Now a handoff looking right. And he powers his way up past the 30. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a 3rd and about 4 more for a first.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit. Fit your team right now.
And this defense looks for one more stop here on 3rd after the run.
Here we go now.
Now Webb. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Malik McDowell in there to get him for a loss of 9, and that'll lead to 4th down. Defense went 3-4. They got some push from the inside.
And this is something in a 3-4 you don't normally get because the nose tackle who got the sack, he's usually responsible or ends up getting double-teamed and sometimes triple-teamed. How about him working his way back and putting the big guy on the ground?
So a change of possession here on the punt, and it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Now we'll see what this Seahawks offense has in store with their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance to turn that into points on the offensive end.
Can you imagine what the grease board looks like at the half? Because
no, tell me.
That's exactly what they printed up. stop them on defense, get the ball back for our offense, and go downfield and score some points. Now, the last part remains to be seen, but they got the first part done very well.
Do people use grease boards, or you mean the magic marker boards?
Yeah, those two.
Here we go now.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized.
Now let's go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be knocked down sideways, right near the 39. Give him 8 yards there. Still a few inches to go, though, as it'll be 3rd down and about the length of the football.
All right, here we go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And, he is really laid out that time. Knocked flat on his back, near the 48-yard line. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down right at midfield after a gain of only a couple.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here.
No, check, Patriot. Now let's go. 3-19.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And that play will go nowhere, losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 9.
Here we go. 3-19.
Off the play fake. Shields. And he can't hang on to it. Nearly picked. He's known for his hands defensively. But instead it just brings up 4th down. The Seahawks send out their punter as he's on here to punt it away. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. Here's the Giant offense now making their way back out onto the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
You know how we get focused at end of the half and into the game situations about how much time's on the board and what you need to do? Sometimes you don't even have to worry about that. That's just smart football.
Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
Now they try the right side here. And a short gain here across the 10 to the 12. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down.
Nice job there defensively on 3rd down. Not only did they string the play out, but they didn't allow any room for a cutback. Really well organized on the defensive side.
Here's Brad Wing now, standing about a yard deep in his own end zone. Elsewhere, a third-quarter score. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. That'll be a 43-yard punt, just a single yard on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Here come the Seahawks now, set to take over on offense. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
Here we go now. Green.
Off play action. Shields. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
Back now in Seattle, Washington. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. On 1st and 10, Shields. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. Fresh set of downs here. The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
They sure put the coverage guys in a stress on that one. They thought they were going deep. Ends up curling inside for a nice chunk of yardage.
And the next snap coming inside the red zone here.
Here we go.
On 1st down, Shields. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue, line it. Over.
To throw again, Shields. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Landon Collins. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Thought they had something going there to break that goose egg here in the second half, but to no avail.
Hope was alive until that interception. What a terrific play, taking the ball away after it looked like they were starting a drive.
And now that shutout still standing. You know that's something those defensive guys hold a lot of pride on, too.
No doubt about it. They are excited about where they are in this game.
On 1st and 10, Webb. And incomplete there, almost picked off. That's one you maybe expect your roaming free safety to come up with. But it's second down. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 10, right around the 9-yard line. 1 yard, the official pickup there, so it's going to set up 3rd and 9. And the defense searches for one more stop here after the run on second down. To throw on 3rd down. Webb. Malik McDowell in there to get him his second sack now of the afternoon.
Now this is where field awareness comes into play. He's getting perilously close to his own goal line, and after that sack, backed up to his own 2.
And he uncorks a beauty. Best of the day. That's pulled in at the 32. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. That throw good for 4. It's second down. Here comes the D swarming to the line. To throw on second down. Shields. And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Here we go now.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Shields. And this is going to be incomplete.
So this is what happens when you throw interceptions. That confident veneer that you have gets chipped away a little bit. Maybe a little bit gun-shy throwing it around.
Yeah, underthrowing him there, and you're right. Those interceptions may be in the back of his mind. The Seahawks send out their punter. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. And a fair catch called for and made just outside the 15-yard line. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. On 1st down, it's Webb. He's going to let this one go deep. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. Second down now after the incompletion.
No. Check, Patriot. No. Detroit.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
Let's go. Here we go.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And some space here. And they're able to get this one across the 35. So the run moves the chains, and here we go on 1st down. Now a handoff here to his running back. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. 12 more yards there and another first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. No gain, and it's second down. They tried to swing it out left into the flat, but the defense, they were very principled there.
It felt very West Coast offense, didn't it? You know their expression, right? On a West Coast offense, when they throw the ball, it's either going to be a touchdown or a check down, meaning they like to press it downfield. If they don't have it, swing it out, which is exactly what we saw there. But how about the great pursuit and tackle to make a nice play?
And he will find his man on the outside. And he's going to be out of bounds, but able to take it inside the 40-yard line. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. That one looks like he'll throw here. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. 7 yards to pick up on the pitch and catch. On second down, Webb. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. And he'll go down at the 28. They do get 12, but they'll be marked short. And that leads to a fourth down. And now before they run this play on 4th and 1, we're going to get a break and a timeout. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. And they won't run a play here, no victory formation. They will indeed try to get 3 more. He made his first attempt, this from 45. And this one is right down the middle. And the lead increases even further. It's 27-0 now. So it's 3 more points, and that widens things out even further here in the fourth.
Hey, in this league, you can never have too much. So if you're in range, grab the 3 whenever you can.
The Seattle now ready to march out of the field. They are down big. They have not scored a single point. I don't know. Are they so defeated at this point you just want to get in the locker room, get the heck out of here?
That is one way to approach it. Sometimes coaches say, that's it, okay? It hasn't worked all game. There's no sense in doing something now. Let's get out of here. No one gets hurt. But others will look at it and say, we still have an opportunity to do something.
On the line.
Exactly. You have pride on the line, execution as you look forward and get ready for your next game, and a message to your team. We're not going to quit. No matter what the battle is, we're going to finish this thing out.
And barring something unforeseen, this will be the last play of the game.
Back 99 Philly, here we go. Now let's go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be taken down here, and that is how this one is going to come to an end. So, Charles, are able to complete what so often seems to be elusive, a shutout in the NFL. And maybe what's fitting is they ended the game on the field, that defensive unit on the field. What an exclamation mark.
And probably felt like they could go another 60 minutes without anyone putting points on the board against them. That's the confidence you gain throughout when you're pitching a shutout. And they're going to leave the stadium feeling like they're all 10 feet tall.
So for the Giants, they fall a game under 500 now at 3 up and 4 down. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Big D to take on the Cowboys. Meanwhile, for the Seahawks, they fall a game under the 500 mark at 3 and 4 through 7 games. And they'll get an extra week to think about it as the midseason bye might be coming at just the right time. So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaunt. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. From Seattle, so long, everybody.
The Ravens are now on the clock. The Dolphins are now on the clock. The Giants are now on the clock. The Vikings are now on the clock. The Bengals are now on the clock. The Broncos are now on the clock. The Buccaneers are now on the clock. The Seahawks are now on the clock. The Jaguars are now on the clock. The Jaguars are now on the clock. The Falcons are now on the clock. The Lions are now on the clock. The Panthers are now on the clock. The Panthers are now on the clock. The Rams are now on the clock. The Titans are now on the clock. The Cowboys are now on the clock. The 49ers are now on the clock. The Browns are now on the clock. The Texans are now on the clock. The Steelers are now on the clock. The Giants are now on the clock. The Falcons are now on the clock. The Orlando Wizards are now on the clock. The Chargers are now on the clock. The Raiders are now on the clock. The Dolphins are now on the clock. The Patriots are now on the clock. The Bills are now on the clock. The Eagles are now on the clock. The Giants are now on the clock. The Texans are now on the clock. The Ravens are now on the clock. The Steelers are now on the clock. The Browns are now on the clock. The Vikings are now on the clock. The Bengals are now on the clock. Adam, what can you tell us about the Bengals' newest player?
This is a player that draft experts really didn't start talking about until the tail end of the season. The biggest topic of discussion was where the sudden change in production came from. I talked to his college position coach, and he told me that a nagging injury slowed him down early in the season. You can clearly see he favored one side over the other when he was put out on the field or even walking on the sidelines. After he was benched for a few weeks, he came back and played at a much higher level. Even so, some teams were still cautious and did a thorough medical examination at the combine to be sure he was completely recovered. The results must have been positive for the team to have just drafted him now. As long as he can stay healthy, I really like what he brings to this team.
The Buccaneers are now on the clock. The Seahawks are now on the clock. The Jaguars are now on the clock. The Redskins are now on the clock. The Saints are now on the clock. The Lions are now on the clock. The Panthers are now on the clock. The Patriots are now on the clock. The Steelers are now on the clock. The Titans are now on the clock. The Dolphins are now on the clock. The Broncos are now on the clock. The Orlando Wizards are now on the clock. The Bears are now on the clock. The Steelers are now on the clock. The Mexico City Golden Eagles are now on the clock. The Orlando Wizards are now on the clock. The Chargers are now on the clock. The Raiders are now on the clock. The Cowboys are now on the clock.
Now that the Cowboys have made their pick, let's go to Adam Schefter to hear more about him.
Every running back that played against him hated the experience as he netted the most tackles for a loss of any player this year and setting a new school record along the way. As Matt Miller put it, he has a knack for watching the ball, never being fooled by the play action, and getting to the ball carrier in the backfield. He had the ability to single-handedly shut down an opponent's rushing attack in school, but we'll see if that translates to the NFL.
The Bills are now on the clock. The Eagles are now on the clock. The Falcons are now on the clock. The Bears are now on the clock. The Ravens are now on the clock. The Packers are now on the clock. The Texans are now on the clock. The Eagles are now on the clock. The Bengals are now on the clock. The Broncos are now on the clock. The Buccaneers are now on the clock. The Seahawks are now on the clock. The Jaguars are now on the clock. The Redskins are now on the clock.